This chubby boy loves dogs very much. During the day, he often helps his grandfather take care of them. Besides that, he also enjoys reading comics. One day, his grandfather bought him a comic book that tells the story of a planet called Sensitivity. This planet is protected by various chambers of power, but the Demon King constantly attacks the planet in order to obtain the power circle and command the knights to protect these circles. The knight hides them in a cryogenic storage and then launches 2 bombs at the Demon King. One bomb hits the battleship while the other lands on Earth. The knight pilots the battleship towards the Demon King and then returns to Earth to find the power circles. However, he accidentally falls into the backyard of a farm. As soon as the knight steps out, a dog blocks his path to conceal his identity. The knight then transforms into a dog and sets out on his search. On that day, he meets a boy, and to his surprise, the dog can speak human language. The two of them easily communicate with each other, and the boy takes the knight, now a dog, home. The dog inspires the boy to draw comic books, and together they create a famous comic series. Meanwhile, in this dilapidated school, a strange light is emitted, affecting a group of large dogs. Suddenly, their light weakens and transfers to their necks. Once the power circles are attached to these dogs, they gain intelligence and awaken their latent superpowers, which have been dormant for several decades since the planet's fall on Earth. The dog, along with the boy, discovers that the power circles have suddenly become active again. However, the signal is too weak to trace the whereabouts of the dog wearing this powerful green ring. With just a slight tug, it can pull open the refrigerator door and indulge in its owner's sausages. The small dog wearing the white ring can transform into a rubber dog, while the dog with the orange ring has the ability to fly by simply focusing its thoughts. The dog wearing the green ring has developed a technique of invisibility to avoid being bathed by its owner. As for the dog wearing the pink ring, it possesses the power of instant teleportation. Meanwhile, the knight has discovered the strongest radiant aura in the universe, which can be activated by these power rings. The time has come to search for these 5 power rings. However, the Demon King and the monkey have also detected the signals of the power rings after many years. They are relentless in their pursuit of the power rings, as the convergence of the superpowers within the 5 dogs cannot be explained. They will use their superpowers to protect the town. The dog with the orange ring uses its power to transform a thief into a loaf of bread, leaving him sprawled on the ground. Then, they hit the streets and patrol swiftly. Their first mission arises when they encounter a cat trapped on a tall tree. The cat refuses any help from the dogs, but the dog with the green ring insists on rescuing it, causing the tree to fall onto a police car. Deng Si, the knight, and the artist guy finally locate the superpowered dogs. They are right in the town of Nam Chu Cho, 5 dogs. They arrive at a candy store where they encounter 2 thieves stealing. The dog with the pink ring grabs a string and swiftly spins it around, restraining one of the thieves. The dog with the green ring sprays a barrage of candy bullets at the other thief. When they attempt to get up, the dog with the white ring kicks the first thief, and the rubber-like dog transfers its camouflage ability to soak the other thief with honey. With their captives freed, the police arrive and arrest the 2 thieves. The journalist, upon hearing the news, went to interview the owner, who claimed that a group of superhero dogs had saved him. The journalist couldn't help but laugh and left. The next day, the Demon King and the monkey arrived on Earth in their spaceship, landing in a pig pen. The Demon King possessed one of the piglets, while the owner approached to feed them. The spaceship and the pig quickly learned to speak human language and threatened to chase the owner away. The pig swiftly ran and hid. The spaceship became invisible, then climbed onto a police car, but everything turned black before their eyes as the dogs noticed the pig driving the car. The pig forced a statue to act as a waiter and ordered food to prevent hunger, but the statue always reappeared, irritating the pig. The statue was instantly visible whenever someone discovered the pig. Now the pig, driving the car, crashed into a fire hydrant. The police quickly arrived at the scene, and the owner used a rope to capture the pig, which the boy had noticed before the spaceship crashed into the water. He immediately recognized it as the spaceship from the comic book 5 Heroic Dogs. At this point, the 5 dogs also arrived at the scene of a fire where a little girl was trapped on an upper floor. The boy quickly rushed into the building, but the dog wearing the white ring stopped him, and the fire spread rapidly, blocking their way out. The dogs appeared to be very worried. In this critical moment, the knight, who was once a ship captain, appeared. Being familiar with the power of the rings, he quickly realized the situation and used his skills to save the day. The father of the chubby kid was flipping the electrical wires, attempting a fatal blow to the Demon King. However, this only changed his appearance, and he quickly stormed into the house, wanting to retrieve the power ring. The chubby kid came forward with the rings, pleading with the Demon King to spare everyone's lives, including the dogs. The Demon King agreed and returned to his human form, handing his body over to the police. Then, he started up his spaceship and flew away. Later, he realized that the rings were actually made in China. The Emperor of China did not notice the asteroid in front of him, and the spaceship collided with it, turning it into fireworks. The audience used their own spaceship to stop the asteroid from causing harm to the Earth. Everything seemed to return to peacefulness. The artists also arrived at the scene and hugged the dog named Kenai, this tree, which had been electrocuted and was lifeless. The chubby kid took the power ring and actually placed it on the necks of the 5 dogs. It turned out that by combining various energy sources, it could revive the dead. A bright light flashed, and Kenai was resurrected. Everyone was excited when suddenly, a wormhole appeared in the sky and another spaceship emerged. This spaceship emitted an extremely bright light. Then, an extraterrestrial being descended from it, who happened to be a princess from another planet. She felt drawn to the power ring, so she approached and spoke. The princess informed them that the power ring the chubby kid had was not as powerful as the power ring, but it could change a person's luck. Whoever wore it would receive good fortune. The dogs returned the power rings, now in the possession of the princess. The princess transformed Kenny back into a hero and bid farewell. The artist returned to his planet with the princess. Everyone waved goodbye, and that's how the movie ends. It's called Super Dog and tells the story of 5 ordinary dogs who gain superpowers to save the Earth. If you enjoyed it, please leave your comments below to let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to show your support. Bye.